What's going on, everybody? This is Mortym, and today I wanted to bring to you guys a recap of today's ESO live episode. Now, there were a lot of stuff about all of the new DLC pack coming up. I believe the launch date is August, though they haven't given like an exact day or anything like that. And that DLC pack being the Shadows of the Hist. Now, ESO Live was mostly about all of the features that are going to be in that Shadows of the Hist. Now, I want to start off by saying that all of this should be hitting the public test servers next week. So, I don't know the exact day, they just said next week. Now, the big change, obviously, is the DLC itself, which are the two dungeons. They gave a preview of one of them. It was an Argonian temple. It looked okay. I mean, the premise seems to be that the Hist there has driven the tribe of Argonians that are with it crazy, and they can't stop building and enslaving people to help them build this temple that they're working on. Now, from there, they went on to talk about the new style shop that's coming and all of the appearance changes, as well as costume dyeing. Now, the style shop I thought was pretty cool. They got a lot of race reroll tokens and stuff. That stuff's all going to be in the Crown store, and then when you're at character selection, you can choose to use those. And it's more or less like re-rolling a character. Now, if you choose race, obviously you get to change your race and then adjust their appearance from there. Whereas you can also choose just an appearance token, and then that will adjust just their appearance. Now, it is essentially the same as character creation. The only thing you really can't change is the alliance. And if you don't have any race in the alliance, you can't change out of your alliance. So, for instance, if you don't have that and you're in the Aldmeri Dominion, you only get the Bosmer, the Altmer, or the Khajiit. Now, an important part of that they mentioned is that because they finally got this feature and that they were going to be giving the racial passives a balance update. So, as I'm sure all of you who play the game regularly know, that there are certain races that make better classes simply because of their passives. For instance, Dunmer make really good Dragon Knights because they get that extra flame damage. And they're going to be addressing things like that and changing them. And that's supposed to be part of the patch notes that come out with the PTS next week. So that's something to look forward to as well. Now, from there they went on to talk about the costume dyeing system. It's okay. They're going to be introducing dye stamps, if you will, to the Crown store, which are a preset of 3, kind of like how you dye armor now. It's just a pre, and you can apply that to a costume, and you can do it that way. Alternatively, if you are an ESO Plus member, you can basically just freely dye them with any available dye you already have, like you would any other piece of armor. Now, you also have to remember that with this update, they're separating the hats from the costumes, so the hat will become a separate piece from the costume. And when you use a dye stamp or you're dyeing it, it has to be the one you have to have the costume on in order to dye it. So if you want to dye a costume, you have to be wearing it and then go in and use the dye stamp or whatever it is you happen to be using. Another good thing to know about that is that only applies to the character you're doing it on. So if you dye that costume on one character, it's only for that character. It will remain the same costume as it would any other time for all of your other characters. So you can save some presets that way. Overall, again, it's something to remember that this is all just cosmetic stuff. So all these new hairstyles and the way they're divvying up your appearance and everything, it's all cosmetic. So it's all optional. It's not going to, I mean, you're going to look cooler maybe. But that's pretty much all of the highlights I had for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this recap. I'll put a link to the actual video down in the description below. Now, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, but have a great day either way.